super. There you go. Good. Perfect. Right. So then with you and him, literally nose and eyes are absolutely on the same line. Good. In terms of endpoint, line you're on, where you're traveling. So that I feel like can make such a difference again when we're talking about that last bit of throughness, because then as you start to drive to go, you stay connected up to the flex finger pull. Super. Good. Good. Right. Yeah. Then as you're driving in there, you just keep getting basically like more and more of a medium prop feel within my haunches. If I have to bend off or angle off, I end up as I drive with that scrambly feel, right, where it kind of just runs a little sideways, shuffling. Good, yeah. I feel like they're just watching that for a minute where I wanted them that little stick rounder, face clear, so I can push, that's way better, the walk for the trueness. If you feel them starting into some of that stuff without asking, go maybe a little sideways, that's good, there you go. And a walk again, good. I like that better, right. So that you get more in that place where you can go, I don't feel them almost trying to push up and away from the hand when I start, where like it gets more foot stompy versus swinging. That one started to swing just a touch more. The swing is a fine line with, I don't want it bouncing, but I want it swinging like that, where I start to feel that hind leg come under and actually drive the shoulder up. You can still bring it back when you go to ask. As far as shortening them back, you can still add that rein back, and that's way better on the roundness though. Good, good. Yeah, right, right. And then you ask again in there. Hold just a touch. Drive into that contact as you go to start. Right. Kind of walk in. Good. I like that.
And walk out instead of halt.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. What I kind of like right now, maybe the walk, just so that you're going in this aspect. Good.
See, now to me that was too low.
No, that's okay there.
That's okay.
Yeah, yeah. The walk, you have to kind of make, this little mental, it might be lower than the trotting canter just because you don't have the impulsion. You don't have thrust sending it upward, but that's still pull the highest point in there. What I'm looking at more was when you started, he gave you the first couple where he was just the littlest bit too high. That's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, wait. He was just the littlest bit too high, so when you go to start, he's giving a little. I look at that like I said, kind of a hook or a crowbar almost, like you're popping the forehand up and out in front of you by popping or wedging his hind legs down and underneath you. Yeah, good with the contact there. You got, I was just going to say, be a stickler on that the next couple of weeks about going, this idea, these half steps is taking hold and working, and I want to feel like it gets now more and more and more honest in the contact. Yeah, yeah. That one, even though it's awkward, they're actually like that one of the best ones, because he had the most movement in his back, and you put in a good way the most pressure on of going, you drive up into these reins and push through this. Yeah, there, good. Right, right. So it kind of feels like, that's one of those things, I feel like the Piaffe work is kind of this holy grail of Piaffe work of, can I actually, mid-half steps, mid-Piaffe steps, can I sit in or push at him and drive and actually get his hind legs to come further under him in the middle of this feeling? Good with the canter right away. Yep. Don't forget, just in your mind, lock into the tempo, don't let it change. Good. Yep. Good save, yep. And I would like, it looks like you're doing, just start doing them like that, start putting one in anytime it feels good, and as things feel better and better, you just start basically counting down. The place, I mean, the first one might have just also was, just catching them off guard, getting ready for it, or not being ready for it. But that little feeling of the surge, that good reaction to the leg surge, or this one with the twist, that's all the throughness. So don't let any of that feeling, even that surge, don't let it back you off of riding the jump energy or the power. Basically saying careful like there, don't over collect them to compensate for the fault, the bobble. Good, good. That's a good canter for it. Jump. Part of that, and I think we've talked, better. Good. That one too, maybe you could do the left to right one right against the wall, so it's harder for him to step left with the left hind leg. Just have to kind of play with those. But the more power the canter has, the easier the flying changes become. If we're just talking kind of on his part biomechanically, the problem becomes, obviously with the power, they can get strong. That's it, yeah, they can get harder to ride in the contact. So there's the balancing act of what feels good in the contact, but how much can I ride the power for the throughness? The other thing I might even play at in there, that was good, put in some medium canter. Not big blasting, but kind of like you were doing in the beginning, start to really go, these changes need to have this feeling just like the forward back does. And I might even ride some where I go a little medium collect, change, almost like I'm doing my extended canter with the change at the end. But I don't want to ride, let's say, the medium in extension with any power per se. I just want to ride this pendulum swing of the forward back and forward back and forward back. So the flying change, that's it, starts to kind of fall more in rhythm with the forward back work. Good, A little medium again on the short side. Nice, So it's almost like I do so much of the forward back. One of those moments I go to ride the flying change, he just is thinking, oh, I'm just supposed to go forward again. So instead of the big lurch or the surge or the overreaction of the flying change aid, he basically does the change, but he does it more like he just did the medium, where it's more a release of energy than a tightening based on the energy burst. Good, Those also, like, they're quiet enough, not getting too strong to ride, right? So the more you do, the better. Where you go, we're gonna do 5-10 minutes without a break, and I'm just gonna, like I'm gonna kind of just do one every time you feel good. Super. No shorter than that with the canter on the other side of the medium. Yep, good. Nice with the jump, It's a fine line with those, like, you don't want to gallop through them, but I don't want them too short. But it's worth kind of, I like that, but I was just going to say, it's worth the risk of kind of going, what happens if I ride it a little freer like that? Okay, botched one, doesn't matter. Next time, just do it maybe off the wall, but don't give up on that idea of going, let's kind of try to get those looser, bigger, more playful like that. Good. Right. Nice. Super. Getting looser and looser there. Nice. That would be the canter, just through the corner on the short side. I'd go, can I get the change in that canter without having to collect it more, not necessarily riding more forward? Perfect. So you get that bigger, looser feeling. Nice. That's a bit, I think, for him, like, that's tricky for him, right, with the coordination in the hind leg. It's probably a pretty small window of, ooh, that one's too collected. Fine, good risk taking on that one. I love the canter for it. You might find, too, start to notice one change, you can do from this canter, the other change you have to do from that canter. There is a little adjustment that you have to make in there. Super, super. Good, you got it. Getting looser and looser too, just with the overall jump of the canter as you're going. There would be actually good for another one too. You can do, I mean, you don't need to do every corner anywhere. You can do them anywhere. Short sides, corners, if you feel it's good, you go for it. I kind of think, yeah, good. I was just gonna say the one you did coming out of the last long side that didn't work. I love the canter. I feel like it might have just needed a little more right half halt for that. Yeah, good. I love it that it was on the short side there because again, I'm going, that's a good canter for it. Nice. Be ready with that left right half halt for this one. Yeah, good timing though. That was him stealing it, but I love the canter for it. I thought that was a good moment for it. Super. You kind of, I feel like at this stage, I hate to say you want him making mistakes, but you want to go through all those mistakes because you're not worried about, like at least me, I go, I'm not worried about a late change. I'm not worried like he's going to screw up his changes. I look at it and I go, how perfect, good. How just playfully rideable can we get these? Nice, yeah. Where they start actually losing intensity, not because I become more intense, but because we just play it out. We let the tension play out by doing 30 changes and just letting it kind of run its course till they almost start to get a little more blasé or laid back. Yeah, good, good. The canter quality, I feel like too, the longer you're going there is actually just getting a little looser, looser, looser. Knowing that also, that might not be a bad, I mean, depending on the day, a bad